Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tek Torrent Podcast. I'm your host, Shinji, and we have a fantastic show for you today. I am currently broadcasting from a remote location, and my host kindly set up a nice live stream setup for me. So the background and my sound and everything may be different than what you're used to. Let me know how I sound and if I look good. It might go in and out of focus because I'm using a fixed focus camera right now. So that is something I can't fix. However, let me know if my audio is good. I'll be checking the live chat throughout the stream. Hello to everyone. I'm just going to do a quick roll call and see who is here. All right, so in the live chat, we currently got Fixation 500, which is currently DJing, and I don't think he is going to be able to join us, unfortunately, but lots of love to you. I'll tell you why in a little bit later. We got the Soul 7. Thank you so much for also being a loyal follower, both of you. They're both of our mods in our Discord. By the way, our Discord is linked in the description. And he says, I get the shirt, but what's with the woo-woo pose? Yes, that's because I wanted to give lots of love to Fixation 500. I'll talk and touch on that in just a moment. We got Black Cat Crypto here. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining the stream. How is it going? What is going on with you? All right, let's see. I'm going to do a quick refresh here, make sure everything is working correctly. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions or anything for me, make sure to put it in the live stream. We don't have a lot of people watching right now, so it'll be pretty easy for me to keep up on it. Okay, yeah, so we do not have any intros or anything because I am at my remote setup, so we're missing a few of the amenities we had in the past. Oh, and this week's stream is going to be a short one. I'm going to keep it between 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We only got one topic this week that I really want to touch on. Just a little background. I've been pretty busy in Boston doing a lot of stuff. We got a little thing called Anime Boston coming up next year, and that's going to be really fun. We had our annual cookout just now, and if you're a staff member, you would have seen me there as well. All right, so I'm going to get over what this shirt I'm wearing is all about. As you can see, it's a beautiful potato. And on the bottom, it says brotato. So, those of you that are not purview or in the know or whatever, what happened was last week's stream, which you guys should check out after this video if you're watching it. During a part of the stream, Fixation 500 said something about brotato, but I kept saying broto or broto or something. I kept saying it incorrectly. So that is why I have this shirt. Shortly after the stream, he kindly sent it over to us, and of course I had to wear it. In fact, I did a whole photo shoot wearing the shirt. If you're in a Discord, those photos will be released there. And no, it's not that kind. So, thank you so much to Fixation 500. He is unable to join us for this live stream. He is currently DJing, unfortunately. But thank you so much, and it is a cool shirt, I guess. I wore it to Castle Island today in Boston. So it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. Anyways, so we're going to go into our first topic and our only topic for today. Get some water real quick. And again, guys, if my audio doesn't sound right or if something weird is going on, let me know in the live chat. Make sure I can hear everyone. Just go ahead and say hello if you're here. Okay, so you guys would probably have heard by now, Europe being a little, I would say, a little bit more strict on things. Usually we don't like that here in America, but they're doing something that I happen to really like, at least me personally. So here's the thing. The European Parliament? No, don't send me another shirt on that, please. The European Parliament has voted to make USB-C the common charging standard in the EU. All mobile devices sold all mobile devices with up to 100 watt power delivery, including phones, tablets, and earbuds, sold in the region will have to come with USB-C as a charging standard by the end of 2024. Of course, we know in a previous podcast we discussed that USB-C is making the change in their voltage category and all that and classification to be able to support up to 240 watts, which currently it's only able to support 100 watts without causing any issues. The way they're going to do this is by increasing the voltage, so they don't have to increase the thickness of the cable. So they're able to send more than double the power down the cable without really increasing the thickness all that much. You guys probably will know these things because of those giant charging bricks that go into our laptops, like high performance laptops. Those are the ones that are basically going to have a USB-C on one end. And of course, they're going to make it safe so that way it's backwards compatible with the previous USB-C standard. Speaking of laptops will also need to make the switch by the spring of 2026. So they got a little bit more time. Products that come to the market prior to these deadlines are not affected. So it's not retroactive. So if you get all this stuff made before, well then it's going to become not retroactively applied in the future. So a lot of people might say or speculate on why this is good and bad. I will get to that in a moment. Please let me know live chat what your thoughts are. I want to go on to the next part of this topic real quick. Is that, so what does this mean really, right? So the elephant in the room is, of course, Apple. If they're going to have to switch, if they want to sell devices in Europe, that's right. So Apple, with a lightning port cable, which is over 10 years old, they want that European market share, right? So that means they're going to have to make that switch if they want to continue to sell devices in Europe, which is, a lot of first world countries, and there's a lot of money in Europe to be had, right? According to Apple, they say that forcing them to do this will stifle innovation. Yeah, again, the charging point, the lightning cable standard from Apple is 10 years old, and it was innovative at the time, but it has not really aged that gracefully and hasn't really changed that much other than a few tweaks from Apple, firmware updates, voltage changes and things. And USB-C has now either matched or surpassed it. So it's kind of nice that the European Union is making this a standard, because as we kind of know in America with the California emission rules with vehicles, U.S. manufacturers of vehicles just tend to follow California standards for everything. That way, they don't have to make two different cars. So it can actually be good for us too, because if they have to make one phone and in one place they have to use USB-C, it's quite a possibility that it'll be like that on all the phones. So this is not just on mobile devices, however. So those of you that own electric vehicles, the charging port standard in America is J1772, I think, or 7217. Forget which way it is. Anyways, the charging port standard here in America is J1772. And every car comes with that except for one. You know what that is? Actually two. Let me phrase that. That is Nissan Leafs, because they come with a CHAdeMO connector. And, of course, Elon Musk's favorite, Tesla. Tesla comes with their standard connector, which was also innovative at the time, and there wasn't a standard yet that came out that was widely adopted. But, of course, Tesla needs to change too, because guess what? In Europe, all Teslas have a Type 2 Mackenzie's connector. Specifically, it's called the IEC 62196-2 Type 2 connector. Mackenzie's is the name of the company that made it. That is standard. So if you see a Tesla, that is the connector on them, and all electric vehicles in Europe have that. Now, soon, in America, that should become the standard. Hopefully sooner than later. There's more on this I want to touch on, but I'm going to go ahead and look at the live chat. Do a quick shout out to people that are here. Black Cat Crypto, thanks for joining the live stream, man. You got some great content. I like new YouTube, new content creators coming into the scene, man. Mike Sandoval, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining the live stream. Junkie Cosmonaut, how you doing, man? He says most Apples can charge wirelessly anyway. Maybe they'll just drop wired charging altogether. Yeah. Oh my God, I think it was an Apple Monitor or something. It was like a concept where it was just a panel with like screws to mount it, and there's like a wireless magnetic connector, and that's everything: power, data, a hub, everything. And there's no actual physical ports on it. It was kind of cool, but also kind of scary because that's ultra proprietary. Because I don't know, man. The wireless charging, they didn't really talk much about that. I really hope we don't have 10,000 wireless charging standard connectors. That would just make things way worse, because those won't be cheap. By the way, Junkie Cosmonaut, thank you for being a TekShinji loyal follower. Really do appreciate it, man. Soul7 says, "What about time we win against Apple?" That is right, man. It is. It's about time that Apple finally, you know, take a hike on their standard of that lightning cable. New England says, "Hey buddy, watching with Stella. How you doing, Stella? Hey, how's it going? Thank you for watching, Stella. You have been one of my most loyal followers, and you are awesome. Thank you to New England Crypto as well. He's also a great content creator if you haven't heard about him. Y2K Anonymous, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining the live stream. Thanks for being here. All right, guys. So tell me in the live chat, what do you guys think about Europe enforcing this cable standard on all mobile devices and afterwards laptops? So here's the way I personally see it, and this is kind of a yin and the yang, right? But there's two sides to this. It's not just one. Okay, so first of all, micro USB connectors and port things are going to become really, really cheap because no one's going to use it. So you can see a flood of them on the market from China. Okay, specifically from countries that make cheap things, not just China. Okay, there's going to be a flood of those on the market that are really, really cheap. And you know what that means? If you see a micro USB, it's just a cheap product because it's free, basically, because there are going to be a whole bunch of those being dumped on the market. Another thing is, well, it's kind of nice that Europe has chosen the USB-C standard. And it's nice that we're actually using a good connector for this. Now, let me manufacture a scenario for you. What if they used a connector that was not USB-C? What if they choose USB-B or micro B or micro HDMI, like literally anything else? Right? What if every company was forced to use that connector that is inherently inferior, right? That's kind of scary. The chances of that happening are non-zero, and hopefully the European Union and the people that make these standards do their research on these things prior to it becoming widely available or implemented into law. It is very nice that these USB-C cables are being used because, for one, they can go in any direction, which is really nice. You don't have to worry about alignment, and they can carry quite a bit of power and a lot of data. I think up to it could do like up to up to a 4-lane, up to a 4-lane PCIe. In fact, excuse me, yeah. So up to a 4-lane PCIe on like Thunderbolt and stuff like that for a computer. So it definitely has the ability and the robustness to carry that high frequency, high data bandwidth. There's a chance that in the future that the ends would just become little adapters and the cable itself would be fiber, which would allow for a lot more data transfer, right? So it is kind of worrisome and scary to think that they may switch that to a standard that is not something we want, and it could have been influenced financially by, you know, someone bribing them or whatever. Hey, make my connector the standard, and that way I can make all this. You know, in America, we got a lot of that happening, especially like with proprietary things in the medical care system and all that. I'm not going to really get into that, but that is one worry I have. But for right now, kind of not being the naysayer anymore, that is a good thing. In fact, my AirPod Pro 2s I just got still's got a lightning connector, and I'm very sure that Apple has told all the people they sent them to earlier to do not mention that. Don't talk about that. Because they don't want people to complain about why it does not have USB-C. Why can't we just have USB-C on everything? So let me check the live chat real quick, see what people are saying. All right, Black Cat Crypto says, do you think they're going to try to get rid of all ports on the iPhone? Well, as of right now, most Apple laptops only have a USB-C connection, right? And maybe an HDMI in some, and some have like a SD card slot, but I believe that they are trying to go for only USB-C, which is good because they didn't force you to use Lightning, right? Will they get rid of them on the iPhones? Well, one possibility is if they force you to use a USB-C connection standard, And Apple obviously does not want to do that for, lots of reasons. One being financial. Come on, really? Like, I'm pretty sure it's financial. So if the European Union did not include in there, oh, you can't have a special standard for wireless connections, well, it's quite possible that, like, kind of like the MagSafe connector on the back of modern iPhones and stuff, with like the kind of looks like a power symbol. It's like almost a full circle with a little dash. It is possible that Apple makes their own wireless charging standard, which is not compatible with other devices, which would really suck because, well, it's become a standard, like the Qi charging standard, I believe it's called. Well, my car has a wireless charging pad. So that means if I put my future specific Apple device in there, it's not going to charge. I hope they don't do that. They've already done something very similar with the new Apple Watches, actually. What's this? Hold on one second. I don't know why I didn't mute this. Very unprofessional of me. Yeah, so, lost my train of thought. Okay, so those wireless charging standards, it'd be very unfortunate if Apple made that proprietary. I really hope they don't do that, because that's kind of like a loophole or a cop-out for them to get around forcing themselves to go to USB-C on their iPhones, AirPod Max, I think, and the AirPod Pro 2s and AirPod Pros, and all the AirPods, actually. They currently use USB, not USB, they use Lightning ports. All right, let's check out chat. Soul7 says, I'm not really a fan of being forced to do something. However, the only people that might feel good about this will be Apple users who forget their chargers and need to borrow one. That is correct. Like, I know many times people have come to my house and they've had iPhones because they have more money than me. Just joking. They have iPhones and they can't use any of my chargers because I'm USB-C and micro B on everything. So I've actually purchased a few lightning cable, USB-A to lightning cable adapters to help those people out when they come over. I really don't like being told what to do either. I mean, I am an American where that's kind of our thing. We don't like being told what to do. We like being independent. But, a lot of countries are different, like Russia, China, all of them. They have a little different thing going. They kind of like more of a communal thing. It's okay being told what to do over there. Allegedly. I do think it is a good thing, though, right now. I'm just worried that in the future that this might become a standard that was politically motivated or, financially motivated, which is a worser thing that's forcing everyone to use it. Kind of like forcing everyone to use inferior, lower technology. I'm going to get into something related to medical on this in a moment. The reasons why this could be really bad, because I really want to talk about that, because it doesn't seem a lot of people aren't talking about the potential risks of this policy from the European Union. New England Crypto says Stella raced her e-bike today for the first time. She got 4th place. Wow, that is nice. She's so excited. That is awesome, man. Stella, tell me how that e-bike is doing. If you have any videos or anything, just let me know. Let me know in Discord so I could check them out. I'm actually a really big fan of e-bikes. If you just look at and think about the amount of mass versus a car, so other than obvious safety things, but like an e-bike is much smaller, it takes much less wattage to transport a person, and oftentimes you just need to get somewhere. You don't have to haul around a bunch of stuff. So an e-bike is almost perfect for that because, I mean, when I drive to work, I technically don't need to bring a whole damn car. I could just drive my e-bike to work. Now, I used to live much closer to work. Now I live about 35 minutes away by car, so that's kind of far. But if it's like a 10-minute drive, maybe that's good for an e-bike. All right. So if you guys have any questions or things like that, let me know in the live chat, and I'll go ahead and answer those. Also, we got 5 people watching, and only 2 likes. So let's get that fixed, guys. Let's smash that like button. Smash it. So, an example I want to give to you guys about why forcing people to use certain standards or things like that is kind of in the medical system in the United States. So after you spec in a product, for various reasons, it takes like an act of Congress to change it. So especially with aviation and aeronautics and stuff like that, after you spec in a part, it's very difficult to get that specced out. So it's kind of like you have to work really hard to be competitive while they're choosing, but after you have it, you don't have to worry about it. You can just keep making and charging whatever you want, even if something better comes along. Now, there's the argument that standardization is good because it'll make repairs easier and all that, but if it's going to stifle innovation, so to speak, because you can't use something else, I mean, that could be bad too. Apple claims that's going to stifle their innovation, but the lightning connector came out like 10 years ago. I don't know what they've been innovating on. I mean, if you've seen the if you've seen the latest stuff, like Apple has been really slow to the game on, like, I don't know, always on displays, Face ID, all this like stuff on their phones, all their technology. They haven't been first in line like they did with the iPhone when it first came out. That was amazing. I was actually alive for that. Okay, so regarding the video that I released a couple of months ago regarding the USB-C 240 watt charging standards by increasing the voltage and a few other things, I just linked in the live chat. So if you're watching this after the fact, check the live chat. You'll see the video linked if you want to go check that out after this stream. It's just a short clip. Alright guys, that is all the topics I had for tonight. Did you guys have any questions or things about what's going on in the world? Right now we're just going to go into the AMA section. Like I said, I'm just going to keep this to 30 minutes to 45 minutes. This is going to be a short one tonight. I'm actually at a friend's house right now, and she graciously let me use this to do a stream real quick. That way I'm also able to stay a little longer too. Excuse me. Yeah, and they also helped me with this brotato photo shoot. So make sure you join our Discord if you're not already there yet, because that's where I'll be linking the photos to this brotato photo shoot. I thought I made this quiet. I thought I did, at least. There, now it's actually quiet. Unless someone hacked this thing and try to make it make noises again. Okay, yeah, so, alright, let's see what's going on here in the chat. Black Cat Crypto says, I'm new to your videos. What other topics do you cover? Oh, yes. So, it has been perceived that I'm like a mining channel, which is, I can understand why people would think that, but actually most of the videos released, if you look at the total quantity of videos, only about 20 to 40% of them, depending on when you watch them, are mining related. So yeah, that is a big chunk of it, but that is not our channel's main topic. Our channel's main topic is technology, photography, and basically anything that has electricity flowing through, like electric vehicles, photography equipment, lighting, studio setups. I was going to make a content creator series to help people make better content, but that turned out to be a ton of work in writing and preparation, because trying to convey what I've learned over many years in a like 5-minute, 10-minute video is actually quite hard to do if you're not like sitting there. You have to make these videos approachable by everybody, and it's very difficult to do if it's someone that's like brand new and that's never done it before. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so that's what I do. Black Cat Crypto. Robert Donovan says, where you been, Shinji? Oh, hey man, I've been releasing videos every month. Where have you been? I haven't been releasing them often, and the live stream has been not live anymore because we've been moving. We've had a lot of stuff going on at the studio and stuff like that. But we're finally fully moved, and we're starting to get back on track. Crypto Tito, what did I walk in on? What is that when I had my shirt up? No, I was just talking about the brotato thing. That was earlier in the stream. I explained what that was about. Soul7 says mouse is broken now due to smashing the like button. I hope it's not that new mouse. I hope it's the old one. Tane says, Mr. Tanes plays brotato. Ha! Is it a video game or something? I don't know about that. Y2K Anonymous. Oh, yeah, all right. So we got more people here than we had before. So I'll just explain real quick. Brotato, which is what this shirt is. By the way, I took a photo shoot wearing this shirt for the people that just arrived. Those photos will be put into the Discord at a later time. Brotato is in reference to last week's live stream where Fixation 500 and a few others tried to say brotato, but I kept saying broto, and all these weird things. I couldn't say it right. So he thought it'd be funny to send me this shirt. Thank you so much to Fixation 500 in our Discord, by the way. He sent me this shirt as a joke, and I actually got it a couple of days after. So I decided to wear it when I went to Castle Island in Boston and stuff today. Junkie Cosmonaut says, love the room design, by the way. Compliments to the host. Yeah. They are very good. She did a lot of hard work to make this look good behind me. Those are real, right there. Yeah, those are real nano leaves. Okay, that is a real cinema camera right there on the bed. You actually can't see it. I might bring it up here and show you. Oh, actually I can. It's got a bunch of labels and stuff on it. It's kind of not good to show. Got some plushies back here and stuff like that. Let's see what else is here. Yes, is a Tane says it's a what? It's a game. It's a game on stream. Tane says it's a game. Tane says Soul7, it is a game on stream. Brotato's a game. It's a game. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna have to really go look. Let's see. Newton Crypto says month, aka 3 to 7 weeks. We need more TS content. Yes, I never said it was exactly every 30 days. It was all within 1 month before the month ended. So we actually got to release a video this month before it's too late. Luckily, we're in the beginning part of the month. All right, guys. So that was the only topic I really wanted to go over this week. If you guys have any questions on things, those of you that are new or haven't been by in a while, thank you for coming. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you get subscribed and hit that like button, because we only got 5 likes with 7 people watching. That means someone didn't do it. And for those that don't know, the Tek Torrent Podcast is a weekly live show that I do every Saturday around this time. Sometimes a little earlier. I usually try to give a nice thumbnail, give a heads up to everyone so they know it's going to happen. But it's going to be every week, probably 7 or 8. I'm not exactly sure about the time yet. It really depends on my schedule and how things go. Now that we're done moving and everything's settled in. All right. So let's see here. What got going on? So what's been going on in the news, guys? I know about the Intel Arc series launch. I don't really want to cover that yet because there's some issues with monetization and stuff. Like, for example, Gamers Nexus is having some issues right now, so I'm kind of worried that if I were to cover it or make a thumbnail about it or talk about it, really, that I would get canceled by YouTube because it does not make any sense. I don't know why they're doing this. It's a product launch. They're not doing anything wrong, so I'm hoping that gets fixed, and I might talk about it some more next week or something like that. By the way, thank you to Mrs. Crypto Tito for coming by. I saw you a little bit earlier there. And yeah, we got Tanes here. We got 2 other people. Thank you for joining, by the way. So yeah, that's all I really had today. We got a lot of stuff going on where I'm at. My host is doing things as well. So we got a short stream this week. What are we at? We're about 30 minutes. Actually, this will be one of the shortest ones I've ever done. So yeah, the Intel Arc series launched. We got some AMD 7000 series stuff that launched. Techtober is really nice. I mean, the new Apple Ultra Watch came out, and I don't have it yet. I'm really thinking about getting one, but to really use the full extent of the watch, you kind of need an iPhone, and that is an ecosystem all on its own. And I already use the AirPod Pros. I just upgraded to AirPod Pro 2s on everything, and I really like them. They're great. I've been using them for years. I will say, though, I kind of want to make a video on this because, you know, they have adaptive ANC, adaptive noise canceling, that varies its level. It actually does not work very well for sudden loud noises when I work in industrial environments. It's actually really bad. Instead of adapting it, it just filtered those noises right into your ear and it hurts. Like, it actually hurts your ears. So kind of want to make a video on that, but it really depends on if the future firmware updates fix it. And one problem with firmware updates is you're supposed to just pair them with an iPhone and open it, and it does it magically all by itself, Apple magic. You can't actually do a manual firmware update, which is really annoying. It really is. Alright, so let me take a look at live chat. Soul7 says, YouTube is being crazy. On my end, sometimes shows people, sometimes not. Same with the likes. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why it does that. We currently have 7 likes, so that's pretty good. You know, everyone's watching, and that means everyone at least hit that like button. That's great. Black Crab, why do I keep saying Black Crab? Black Cat Crypto. The 4090 is launching soon, the 12th. So the 12th is what? Isn't that soon? That's like, what, Tuesday or something? Yeah, I'm not too excited about the 4090. Honestly, it's kind of a sore spot for me because so Nvidia just screwed everyone over again, just like with last time in 2018, 2017. And they're like, they clearly just care about money. And as we all know, whenever there's a crypto boom with GPUs, usually the generation afterwards, it's not that great. That's kind of what we saw with the 2000 series. It wasn't really that great. And I'm afraid that's what we're going to see with the 4000 series. Now, they might say, oh yes, it actually does perform more. But what is the performance per watt, people? Okay? You can't say this car is faster if it takes 10 times more fuel, right? That doesn't make any sense. If there's no power efficiency, that means like they didn't make it really any better. They just made it, you know, able to handle more power. Now, I'm sure they did a lot of work to make the card better, cooler designs, and all that stuff, but if we're constantly increasing the power usage and increasing, you know, its performance, I really don't see an improvement generationally. Yeah, it might be most powerful card ever, but if it takes more electricity to do the same damn thing, what's the point, right? That doesn't sound like innovation, at least to me. So, Soul 7, that's hilarious. Maybe he was recording in 4K, lol. Yes, I record, except for my live streams, because that's kind of weird. I actually record and upload everything in 8K, all my main release videos, so I'm sure that's gonna be a real premium feature. You guys heard about that, right? That's really lame what they're doing. I don't understand how that is even... How are they gonna start charging for something that was free like that? I mean, I get it. Most people watch mobile these days, so it doesn't really translate very well. I don't know how they could even do that. New England Crypto says Brandon Coin just had issues with his monetization tab. Had to reach out to YouTube to fix the issue. Luckily, they did. Yeah, so I won't lie, guys. My YouTube monetization is down. That's because I'm not releasing content, and YouTube doesn't push your videos unless you constantly make new content. It's a big problem with my channel is that we like to make high-quality videos once in a while. I'm seriously thinking about just doing handheld, no production value videos because that's what YouTube wants and that's what it keeps pushing. So I release a video like twice a week, unscripted, unplanned, nothing. It's just me, and there's, you know, I think it's kind of a waste of people's time if a video is not made well. It's why would I spend 30 minutes watching a video that could have been made in 5? You know what I mean? Like I don't really understand that, but that's what YouTube wants. They want you to keep making content, and they keep wanting you to making that 10-minute mark so you get that ad revenue and all that good stuff. I really don't like that, but that's just the way the world is going, especially with things like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and all that. Y2K Anonymous says, I'm upgrading just because my PC has been running a 1070, so I'm going to jump into it. Yes, so if you have a card that is 2000 series or older, I think it's a good time to upgrade. I do. But if you already have 3000 series, I really don't see the point in upgrading to a high-end card. If you have like a 3000 series low-end card, maybe for another low-end card, because the low-end cards tend to be the best value. The top Halo products, They always tend to be the worst value. It's usually like double. It's like 100% more money for 5% more performance or something crazy like that. It's almost never worth it. Soul7 says, LMO, high quality videos once in a while. You always push for high quality. Haha. Yeah, I do. I definitely need to make more videos. I really got to get back on the track. And I really do. It's just, I want to keep at it in the long term. And there's a certain level of tolerance I have for burnout. And I know I got to be really careful with that, me personally. And the thing is, I've had a lot of help with the channel over the years, and there's been a lot of great people that's helped. But at the end of the day, if I can't pay these people realistically, then it doesn't make sense for them. So normally that's less incentive for them and stuff like that, because if they're not getting any benefit from it and they're doing all this ton of work to helping me, especially when I'm not putting that level or equivalent levels sometimes into it, it's very discouraging to people. So it's mostly me, guys, I'll be honest. Let's see. Y2K Anonymous says, yeah, the 3000 series are actually great cards. So if you already have it, keep it. Yes, because what happened? Well, the 2000 series came out and no one bought them because all the 1000 series flooded the market because of the crypto crash. And then when the 3000 series came out, because they actually had to make them a little bit better. By the way, I do love the Founders Edition designs. I love that all metal bracket. Oh, it's very nice, very nice. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's all I really got for that stuff. But tell me what you guys think about the 4000 series. You guys seen the Gamers Nexus videos, you guys seen the pictures, you guys seen the new cards, and you've seen how thick they are with triple C's. What do you guys think about the new 4090 that's coming out and its massive power requirements? I mean, they have like things saying that you can't bend this cable more than 40 times because thank you. You can't bend this cable more than 40 times because after that the cable is going to become too frail and it's going to make a hot spot. Just an example here, I have a 3080 and oh, RIP, guys. You guys know what company this is. It's very sad. This is the EVGA RTX 3080 Ti. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know already, if you're just learning this now, EVGA allegedly is no longer going to make graphics cards. That's right, guys. EVGA will no longer be making NVIDIA graphics cards. Now I'll emphasize why I said that in a moment, but I'm going to just check live chat real quick. Let's see here. What are we doing for time? Oh, okay. We got about so in about 10 minutes, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream because we're going to a certain thing I want to do with my host. Y2K Anonymous says the FEs are sexy as hell. Yes, they are. So as much as I don't like the company NVIDIA and their practices, the 3000 series Founders Edition cards are very beautiful in my opinion. Nice, modern looking, solid metal framed cards. Very nice. I love them quite a bit. Let's see here. Black Cat Crypto says, I'm more curious about the 4080s, especially the lower memory one. Yeah, I really don't like how they're making multiple memory variants. So here's the thing, guys. The amount of people that would actually affect getting a, like for example, the 1000 series, the 3GB and 6GB cards, the amount of people that actually affects in reality, I would say is less than 5%, maybe even 1%. Because when you get into the higher ranges and you have enough memory, you have more than 6GB, most games you won't really be able to tell that much of a difference in performance, in production, in workstation work, and things that actually use that memory. Oh yeah, you'll know. But most people won't be able to tell. And I just see it as like another way for NVIDIA to charge more for more memory and charge slightly less for less memory. But you're getting a worser value. So it's almost better just to buy the most expensive one. I don't understand. Y2K Crypto, Anonymous says, do you think they will make Intel graphics cards? LOL. Oh, I'll talk about that in a moment. Black Cat Crypto says, I think it's likely, or AMD. Robert Donovan says, 4000 series seems great, but too much money spent. 1200 last year on a 12 gigabyte, and then immediately down to 900 or lower immediately. Yeah. I hear you about that, man. I luckily cashed out almost all my entire GPU hardware inventory before these price reductions, right around February, and I got very lucky. That I didn't have any insider information. I just got lucky. Like, we're talking like $30,000 of cars just gone. New England Crypto, take care, man. Thank you for joining the live stream. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it, man. Have a great night. And let's see, Soul 7, yeah, okay. Robert Donovan says a 3090 Ti hit 1,000 4 months later. Definitely a wait and see deal. Yeah, okay, so the 3090 came out at $2,000, okay? Then I was able to buy them from Best Buy 2 weeks ago for $985 a piece. Founders editions. I promptly returned them before the warranty period ended because, well, the SLI on those things sucked quite bad, and I couldn't really do anything with them that actually made sense for their cost. Yeah, so I don't know, but I would love to see I would love to see EVGA take up Intel. Why is that? Well, so EVGA, in my opinion, has always made high quality cards. Even their cheap ones felt much better than like a Gigabyte or like a Asus low-end bin card or like one of those weird companies that no one's ever heard of. EVGA cards always felt really nice, and I don't know, I feel like they do good on their packaging, and they make sure everything's nice when you pick it up. And like, I never received, okay, this might trigger some people, I personally never received a damaged card, brand new damaged card, in their boxes, even though they were destroyed sometimes. I know some of you guys have had different experiences, but me personally, I've had the best luck with EVGA, and their warranty is generally pretty decent on most things. So I would absolutely it would be fantastic if Intel were to take EVGA on as a board partner and they started making cards. Realistically, that'll probably be like a year or two from now at the soonest, I think, because first of all, EVGA stopped manufacturing or stopped dealing with NVIDIA back in like April, so that's coming out now. By the time that they get the board design and figure things out and make their own coolers and designs and stuff for Intel cards, if they do this, of course, we're talking like at least a year from now. I mean, next year for sure. But I would love to see EVGA making Intel cards. That would be really awesome. Elon Musk is here. Huh? Easy fix. Skip the gaming desktop. Get a gaming car, but you didn't get one. A gaming car. I don't know what that is, man. You're gonna have to explain that one. Let's see. Black Cat Crypto. I agree. EVGA makes nice cards. Yes. You've seen the videos that I've made about mining rigs and stuff. Almost all of those were EVGA card based or a mix of something with EVGA, except for my rainbow rig that I made about 3 years ago at this point. That was how I got started on YouTube, actually. Yeah, but I would love to see that from Intel. I hope that's what they do instead of just dying, because EVGA also makes pretty decent power supplies. I love their power. In fact, all my 1600 watts are EVGA in my main computer, my test benches, and my heaters that I have at home. I'll get more onto that later. If you join our Discord, you would already know. I'm not going to do that publicly out here. But yeah, so that would be interesting to see. Intel cards from EVGA. I would definitely buy one in a heartbeat. I definitely want to buy an ARC series card because they're a lot cheaper too. And I'd love to see what the performance is, but I think we are at the driver's limit. I'm going to wait till the drivers get better on that, and I think that'll be better for most people if they just kind of wait. I don't want to be the beta tester. I don't want to pay for something that barely works. I would love to see the performance on workstation stuff with Intel cards, being that Intel has almost always been better on workstation items, and I do a lot of that at home, so that'd be really good to see. Robert Donovan says, another deciding factor versus 4000 series been exclusively buying EVGA video cards since 2014. Yeah, that I wasn't really going to get into it, but yeah, you do bring up a good point. One of the reasons why I don't want to buy a 4000 series is because EVGA will not be making one. So I might buy a Founders Edition if they don't get scalped and all this other nonsense. I might buy one of those just to have because it's cool, but I don't think I'll actually ever... I don't know. Okay, I won't say that. I will buy a 4000 series eventually, but I don't really want to support the company, especially when they don't treat their board partners well. And, you know, they kind of jerked us around for the last 2 years during this crypto boom. They haven't really been consumer friendly like at all, so it's very unfortunate. All right, guys, so we are going to get into the ending portion of this stream. I'd say about less than 5 minutes. If you guys have any final questions for me or anything like that, please let me know right into the live chat, and I will go ahead and answer it. We don't have too many people watching, so it should be pretty easy for me to keep up on. Also, we got a lot of stuff going on at my host's house. She's been excellent, and she's also doing a very good job with photography stuff, which, again, I will drop those photos in the Discord later on. I'll let live chat catch up for a moment, and while that's going on, I'm just going to check something over here. Okay, so I actually don't have an end stream button, so it'll just go to black, and it'll be kind of awkward because I don't have all my local resources here. All right, let's see. I don't know what the delay is, so I'm pretty sure it's pretty long. Let's see here. We'll give it a couple more minutes before I check the live chat. So this is the timestamp. Let's see. Oh, by the way, thank you to everyone that did join tonight. I know I didn't really do these for a while, so I'm getting back into it, and I really appreciate all you guys being here, of course. Soul 7, yes, I didn't ignore it. I was going to read it. I forgot. EVGA cards can survive being dropped. Yes, I actually dropped the card. That is also a video linked on my channel where I actually picked it up by its e-lash. E-leash? E-lash. Andrew's going to kill me on that one. And I actually dropped it. It fell. But it survived. The bracket got a little bit of a bendy, and I just bent it back, and it was totally fine. All right, guys. Well, anyways, thank you so much for joining us here on the Tek Torrent Podcast. Remember, we are here every week at 8 p.m., at least for now. Might change that. 8 p.m. every week on a Saturday, and it's going to be the same bad time, same bad channel. Thank you to everyone that has come by. We will see you in the next one.